exactly divided by 4. Okay, and the century years should also divide by 100 as well as 400. Okay, if both satisfied means you can tell that year as a leap year. Okay, if it is not satisfied means you cannot tell as a leap year, so you should print a non-leap year. Okay, so if it not satisfied means that is also non-leap year. And so the year that is other than century years, all the years divided by 4 exactly will be a leap year. Okay, students understood? So now I want to check the output. Okay, so see, before that I give you inputs in the program itself. See, I already told you 1996 is a leap year, 2000 also leap year, 2004 also leap year. Okay, so like this, 1896 also leap year, 1900 is non-leap year. Okay, 1900 is divisible by 100 but non-divisible by 400. Okay, so this is a non-leap year. Okay, so 1904 also a leap year. Okay, and you know that remaining years 1903, 2, 5, 6 like this, non-divisible by 4 are non-leap years. Okay, students, everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in this, see in this 1900 and 903, these are non-leap years. Okay, remaining all leap years. Okay, so now I want to check with the program. So I'm going to execute. See, if you give a input, then it will show whether the year is leap year or not. Okay, so everyone note down the program. Anyway, I will ask these type of programs in the question. Okay, this is the exact answer. Okay, so first we will check all the leap years. 1996. If I give this, see, it will check with the condition and it is satisfied here. So it prints a leap year. Okay, so the year is leap year, right? Okay, again I'm going to check with another input. So that is 2000. Okay, if I give 2000, see, that is a leap year. That is also true. Okay, now I want to check another century year, that is 2100 or 1900. Okay, 1900 is given in the input. So 1900 means definitely it will be a non-leap year. Okay, because this year non-divisible by 400. Okay, century years exactly should divided by 400. Students, everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, and the non-divisible by 4 also a non-leap year. That is like 1903 or 7 or 6 or whatever. Okay, see, non-leap year. Okay, students understood? So this is the concept, this is the program, so everyone note it down. So when you get the input and you have to check all the conditions. Anyway, it will display only one output. Okay, we have to satisfy any one condition. Okay, so nested if else means it should satisfy multiple condition. Okay, see, if it want to print this year means that leap year means it have to satisfy all these three conditions. Exactly should match all the three, then only it will print leap year. Okay, if it satisfies only two, not this third one means it will satisfy this two and it will print the else statement. That is non-leap year. Students, everyone understood? Students, everyone understood? Any doubts?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So take the screenshot. Take the screenshot and we will move on to next conditional statement, that is next control statement, that is iteration statements. Okay, iteration statements. So everyone know what is iteration statements. The basic thing I have already explained to you. Students, anyone? What is iteration?
Sir, looping, sir.
Okay, very good. The other name is looping. Okay, tell me what is the definition of looping statement or iteration statement? Looping statement is the other name. Okay, right. What is the definition? Students? Anyone? What is the concept here? See, it will check the condition and depending upon the condition, okay, it will execute some block of statements repeatedly until the condition is satisfied. Okay, understood? It will execute some statements repeatedly until the particular condition is satisfied. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So see, these are coming under control statements. I already told you what is control statements. It will change the flow of execution. Okay. See, the normal flow of execution is sequence. That is a one by one line. First line, second line, third line, fourth line. Like this is a normal sequence. Okay, in conditional statements, that is the previous example. You see the leap year. See, you can get any one input. Okay, if it gets this input means this all other will be skipped. Okay, it will print this only one. Remaining everything will be skipped. Okay, anyway, the flow of execution is changing. Okay, it will not execute line by line. So the remaining steps are skipped. Okay, but in the iteration statements, what is the meaning is it will repeatedly execute the same statements until the condition is satisfied. Okay, so for looping statements, you need to know three things. The first one is initialization. Okay, initialization, that is initialization of variable. Then the second is condition, that is end value. Okay, condition you can give end value, end, that is initial value means starting value, condition means end value, start value, end value. Okay, then the third one is updation, that is how the value changing from starting to ending. Okay, it may be two types, one is increment, another one is decrement. Okay, that is a positive or negative. Okay, only two types of updation. Students understood?
Yes, sir.
Students, I need response from everyone. Kindly respond me. I need
Yes,
interaction,
sir.
right? So we need to know these three things before going to solve by looping statements. Okay, for whatever the program. Okay, so just I will use some simple statements. First, a simple program. Okay, the first program, just okay, by using iteration statements, you want to display like this. Write a program to display this one: 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, up to whatever the value you are getting, that is n, up to n. Okay, suppose if you are getting 20 means it will display all the odd numbers up to 20. Okay, students understood? This is the first program. So how to execute? What is the first step, students? We want to get the n value. Okay, n equal to integer of input of, enter the number. Okay, and one more thing I forgot to tell, we are having two types of looping statements. What are the two types?
For loop, while loop.
Yes, for loop, while loop. Okay, so you can execute any type. Okay, anyway, both the will produce the same output, but you need to know the syntax of every type. Okay, the both the types of syntax are different. Okay, so first one is for loop, second one is while loop. So first we will go for loop. Okay, so first type for loop. For, you can give variable name, any that is conditional variable. See, in for loop
Odd number.
all the three things are in the same statement, that is the initialization, condition and updation. Okay. So for I in range, okay, instead of I, you can use any variable. A, B, C, Z, any variable you can use here. No need to worry. Okay, range means here we want to set the value. Okay, in the screen you are seeing that start value, stop value, step value. Okay, students understood? You see the screen? Range of
Yes,
first
sir.
one is stop. You can specify only stop value. Otherwise, the second option is start value, stop value, step value. Okay, so in that, what is the start value in our example program? Where it should start? You
One.
see the question 1, 3, 5,
One.
3. So 1 is the starting value. What is the end value?
N.
N. Okay, so here if you want to print the n means you have to specify n plus 1. Okay, then only it will stop at n. If you give n here means it will stop by n minus 1. Okay, understood? I will execute
Yes,
in
sir.
the program, then you can understand. Then the third part, okay, the initialization is 1, condition is up to that end value is n plus 1. Then updation is the third thing. Okay, updation means how the value updating from first to second value and second to third value. Students, how much it incrementing?
Two.
2.
Two. Two.
Okay, so you just specify 2. That is a plus 2 or minus 2. Okay,
Plus
increment
2.
or decrement. You just increment means you just give 2. If it decrementing means you specify with the minus symbol. Students understood? So that's all. We have to
Yes,
mention
sir.
3 things: initial value, condition, updation. Okay. In final, you have to specify colon. Then you use this symbol print of I. Okay, we are just going to print I because the every iteration I value will be changed because depending upon this range value, it will update like this. Okay, so it will update like this 1, 3, 5, 5, 7, 9 up to n value. Okay, students, shall we check the program?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so see, now I am going to save this program. So the program name is 13579.py. Okay, so now we are going to give the input value. So students, anyone can tell me what is the input? Enter the number, the end value. Enter the number.
9.
9. Okay, 9. So 9 means what will happen? It will print up to this 13579, right? So
Yes, sir.
see the output. I given 9 and see I entered. You see the output is 13579. Okay, students understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we given the end condition like n plus 1. N plus 1 means 9 plus 1, that is 10. So it stops at 9. Okay, suppose you forget and given the condition like n. Okay, just n. Just n means it will be 9. So 9 means it will stop at 8. Okay, so 8 means here 8 is not there, so it will stop at 7 itself. Okay, so see, I'm going to execute the same program with the same input, that is 9. See the output. Students, understood everyone? The
Yes, sir.
previously you got 13579, but now you got only 1357. Okay, because the error we did here. Okay, this condition you have to specify. Okay, so the initial value is depending upon our program, that is 1. Okay, then the condition n means that is what we are going to given in the program up to n. Okay, then the updation is a third one that you want to get from uh, the pattern. Okay, that is what is the difference between first value and the second value, and second value and the third value. Like this, you need a exact pattern. Understood? Students, everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. So the same program. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do using while loop. Okay. So in while loop, what we are going to do is we are going to give this initialization, condition, and updation in different lines. Different line means in for loop we are
Separate.
given everything in the same line in a range function. Okay. In while loop, we are going to give these three things in a different lines. Okay. That is a initialization in the first step, condition in the while, and the updation in the inside of while. Okay, you just listen the same program. So I'm going to make these things as a comments so that it will not affect our program. So students, everyone note it down, this program, very important. Then the next is the same program I'm going to implement using while type. Okay, enter number. Okay, then see, we have to mention the initialization value. What is initial value?
1.
1. Okay, so you can use any variable. Now I am going to use j. Okay, the previous for loop I used I. Here I am going to use j. Okay, this is the variable. So in the while we have to mention the condition. What is the condition? When it will end? Students,
N plus
yes, that is j. J should be less than n plus 1, right? Students, understood?
yes,
Yes.
sir.
Or you can specify another condition, j less than or equal to, this is another relational operator, j less than or equal to n. Okay, up to n it can execute. Okay, when it reaches more than n, it will end. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see here, you can use two conditions here. You can use this one, j less than n plus 1, or j less than or equal to n. Okay, both will execute the same. Okay, the implementation only different. Okay, so then inside the program, what we have to display? The same, the previous one, print I. Okay, print I. Then what is the remaining thing we missed? The third thing, initialization completed,
Initialize.
condition completed, and the third thing is updation. How to update?
Increment product.
Increment. Okay, how to increment the value? So print I means it will not come, so we have to give print j, because in our program j is the variable, so print j, right? Then j we have to increment, so j equal to j plus 2. Okay, every loop it should increment by 2. Okay, that is the concept we used in the for loop. The same thing we are given in the while loop like this. Okay, so this single step is now splitted into 3 steps. The first one is initialization, second one condition, then third one is updation. Students, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, now I'm going to save and I'm going to execute. You will get the same output. Okay, so now what is the input, students? Anyone? Anyone specify some higher number? Less than 20.
101.
101. Okay, 101. What will happen? 101 means it will be very big. Okay, so anyway I will execute. You can see all the numbers. See here, all the odd numbers up to 101. Okay, see 1 to 101. You see the here output 1 3 5 7 9 like this. It will show up to 101. Okay, see all the numbers up to 101. Understood, everyone? The same program we implemented using while condition, while loop. Students, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so you can note it down, this program. Everyone, you can write it in your classwork note, same program. Okay, so whenever they are asking to explain for loop or while loop, you can explain with any sample program. So this is a very simplest program I can tell. Okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the same program, I'm going to edit something for styling. Okay. I'm going to give some tips for style. So now I want to display the output like this. Okay, like this in the same line. What we have to do is simply you change here. Students, everyone listen. The print statement after this I give like this, comma end equal to, give like this, single quotation space single quotation. Okay, so this is called a separator. Okay, after every input it will separate with this. Okay, if you didn't give this means it will come like this. Okay, one output in a one line. Okay, but now you see, I'm going to execute this program. If I give 20 means what will happen, every output will display in the same line. See, 1 3 5 7 9 in the same line. Students understood? This is the separator. I given a space. Okay, so whatever the symbol you need, you can give here. For example, I am going to give hashtag. Okay, end equal to, in single quotation I'm giving hashtag means, so in between 1 3 it will display hashtag, then 3, in between 3 and 5 it will display hashtag. Students understood? This is called formatting. Okay, see, it's the same input. I'm going to give 20. See, 1 hashtag 3 hashtag 5 like this. Okay, so students, everyone listen, this is a separator. Okay, every output is separated by this symbol. Okay, this character, you can give any character. Students, everyone understood?
Yeah.
If you give space means it will give come this like. Okay, if you give hashtag, you can give anything. Anything you can give. Okay, any symbol in your keyboard you can give there. Students understood? See, I am giving minus now, hyphen. I'm going to execute. I'm giving the same input. It will display like this. Okay, so this is called style formatting. Okay, students understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, these are some tips. Okay, just to understand, because these are the things, yeah, I cannot explain in every program. Okay, so kindly note it down. Then, okay. So where is this program? This is not. Okay. So now I think everyone understood these things. Now I'm going to give the homeworks. Okay, everyone note it down. The homeworks. Very easy. Students, everyone listen. The first one is write a program to display like this one. Okay, 1 4 7 10 up to n, right? This is the first homework. Then second one, write a program to display okay 1 2 4 8 16 up to n, that is a multiplication of previous value, 1 into 2, or you can think like 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, like this. Okay, students understood? The second one, Students understood the second program?
Sir, voice.
Yes, sir.
Students understood or the second program?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes. The third program, write a program to display like 100, 95, 90 up to 5. Okay. This is the third one. Okay. The fourth program, write a program to display like 243, 81, 27, 9, 3, 1. Okay. So don't use list variables. If you use list variables and using traversing, you can display everything. But I need a concept. Okay, I need a for loop and a formula to execute everything. Students understood these 4 examples. So this is by addition. The third one is by subtraction. The second one is multiplication. The last fourth one is by division. Okay, very simple arithmetic operators. But students, try to think and solve. Okay. So the second program, instead of n, you can use 256. Okay. And in the first program, you just show the output up to 28. Okay. Students,
Yes, sir.
you just change the program. So you can use anything. Prasanna, you can use a tutor website or ideally software. You can use anything. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference between ideally software and tutor website? Students, anyone can tell? Only the single difference. Students, anyone? See,
So
the
that is
previous program, okay, I have executed in ideally. Okay, this time we are using ideally software. I given the input. Okay, what happens? It display all the outputs. Okay, but what is the difference with the tutor website?
So it is script mode, that is interactive mode, sir.
No, tutor website. No, students, tutor website. Everyone know, right? pythontutor.com. Is the screen
Yes.
visible?
No. Sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Wait. Okay. So the only difference, see, here we got output for all the iteration in a single time. Okay. Within the same time, we are getting output for everything. Okay. But the tutor means you can see the difference. That is every iteration you can feel the output. Okay. How the output changes like this. Okay. You can feel. Okay. If you're having doubts means you can check. Okay. So see the same program. I'm going to copy paste here. Okay. Copy paste in the tutor website. This is the tutor website. Everyone know pythontutor.com. Okay. Students, the same program just copied. Okay. So execution. See the same input. What 20? 20 is given, but it will not show the output entirely. Okay. There is also option, but we can give this next option. See the students. This next option means it will go step by step. Okay. If you give last means it will show the entire output. Okay. Don't give this last. Just to go next means it will show step by step operation. Okay, so every iteration you can see the result. See the one it's showing. Students, everyone listen the output screen. Listen the output screen. Listening. See the next iteration it changes to 3. You see the value here. I value also changing. So 3. So you see the output 3. Then next iteration 5. It is displaying. You can see the output. Okay, every iteration it shows. This is like manual doing. Okay. The tutor will help you to understand the program, how the execution does. Students understood? That is what I'm telling everyone to use this tutor website. Then you can
Yes.
understand every and program, every and each and every line of the program. Okay. If there is any doubt, you can understand, right? Tutorial website. Okay. Students, I already shared with you many times. Okay. So once again, I send you. You can get it in the chat box, students. You can see in the screen also, pythontutor.com. You can work with your computer or you can even work with your mobile, right? pythontutor.com. Students, understood? Students, the only difference, ideally software, it will show the entire output, but tutor website, you can show, that is, you can slow and see the step-by-step process. Okay. So that's all about today's class. Everyone, see you have to submit this homework before joining tomorrow's class. Okay, everyone, try to submit. I already told you, you are having mark for every homework every day. At least you think the 0.1 mark for this homework, that is also necessary for you. Okay. And I already told you today we are having that unit test for Max CS students and the commerce students. Okay, so Bio CS students, you are having biology test. The Max CS students and the commerce students, get ready for the exam. You will get question paper at 6 o'clock. Exactly. So you are having only 20 minutes. I hope everyone studied. You just concentrate and
Yes,
think
sir.
and answer, right? Students, any
Yes,
doubts
sir.
in SQL means you can ask me. You are having only 20 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. So we'll see you in the next class. Thank you, students.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.